Good afternoon, Coach Masters, Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. My name is Jamar John Johnson. I'm the president of Coach Masters. And what I'd like to do for you today is go over a quick overview of how to access pathways on the Toastmasters.org website so that you can begin your journey developing your leadership and speaking skills through the assignments suggested through the Pathways Project. Please allow me to share my screen with you and we can begin. So first things first, when you log into your Toastmasters website, you have the option to go to Pathways and take the assessment. Now, because I have completed 2 paths already, I'm going to take the assessment for the 3rd time, and this will allow me to then select a path. There's going to be a series of questions. I'm going to put the answers to those questions to the best of my ability, and at the end, they'll give me an outcome of what path I should choose next. So for you, let's pretend this is the first time you're starting. Ask yourself, what are the 3 topics that are interesting to you from the list below? Public speaking, coaching, and networking. Next, which of the following topics is most related to the personal and professional goals that has brought you to Toastmasters? So for me, it was public speaking. Learning about blank will help me significantly in my personal and or professional life. For me, learning about coaching. I am generally cautious about accepting new ideas. Do you strongly disagree, unsure, agree, or strongly agree? I'd say for me, I'm pretty open-minded. I'm going to go with strongly disagree. I often initiate conversation with people I don't know well. I strongly agree to this because I'm always out there networking. I show my understanding of others by reflecting their feelings back to them. Now, if I think closely about this, this is me rephrasing, paraphrasing, and asking someone to help me be sure that I understand what they're feeling in the moment. I'd say agree. I'm reluctant to adopt new ways of doing things until I see them working for people around me. I'd say disagree. I use a wide range of behaviors, including self-disclosure and wit, to adapt to others. I would say I strongly agree. While giving a speech, I get so nervous I forget facts I really know. I strongly disagree. Ordinarily, I'm very calm and relaxed in conversations. I strongly agree. I show my involvement in conversations both non-verbally and verbally. I'm definitely a head nodder. You can't see my head right now, but I'm nodding my head. So this is definitely me, and I definitely speak with my hands as well. So strongly agree. And you can see we're 42% done. So there's about 20 to 25 questions. I'm not sure what to do with my hands while giving a speech. I disagree. I wouldn't say strongly disagree because there are different schools of thought about where your hand should be placed for the majority of your speech. Although TED Talks that are very successful, the speaker typically moves their hand on average of 465 times for the most successful TED Talks. This is on average. For the ones that aren't as successful, it's about 250 times per speech. So hand movement can be good for getting people excited about a topic, but too much hand movement obviously can be distracting. So it's about a happy balance. I feel relaxed while giving a speech. I strongly agree. Sometimes the topics are heavy. Sometimes I might get a little bit excited beforehand or anxious, but most of the time I feel pretty relaxed. I seek out leadership opportunities. Well, as the president of your club here, I definitely would agree to that. Strongly agree to that. I adapt my communication behavior to meet others' expectations. I would say that I'm very adaptable, although I try to be tactful with that adaptation. So it's not simply I change completely who I am. I just understand that if you come at someone with too much honesty, they can maybe not hear the message and only hear the messenger. I like to get involved in group discussions. I strongly agree. In conversation, I talk about things which are of interest to both myself and the other person. I strongly agree. While speaking, I'm aware of how others are reacting to what I say. I would say I'm very attuned to how people are reacting to what I'm saying. I read their eyes, their face, their body language. It's definitely a skill that I've been developing since I was a teenager. I know how to respond because I'm perceptive and attentive to others' behaviors. I would say I agree. I wouldn't say I'm always there. Sometimes there are things that might go over my head, so I can improve there. Working in a team is a good opportunity for me to understand myself better. I definitely strongly agree. I think how we are as individuals is different from how we are in groups, and different dynamics will always help you increase your capabilities to work with the team. I seek out new ways to do things. Strongly agree. Once I set an interpersonal communication goal for myself, I know the steps to take to achieve it. I definitely feel like I do. I'm going to put agree, but I think there's always room for growth in terms of understanding. Like, for example, at our most recent meeting, we had someone talk about how they went to a course that taught them conflict resolution. That's not something that I've actually studied, so always room to improve. I make eye contact with my audience while presenting a speech. I strongly agree. I prefer to be a team member rather than a leader. I disagree. Engaging in a group discussion with new people makes me nervous. I strongly disagree. I'm flexible enough to adapt to others' communication styles. I strongly agree. And there you have it. I finished the assessment, and as you can see, now Toastmasters has some additional pathways that they would recommend for me. The best match according to the survey is innovative planning. However, I could look at motivational strategies or presentation mastery. I feel pretty good about my ability to present, although as a club at Coachmasters, we don't have some of the technical capabilities yet to show digital presentations. This is something that we're going to be adding to the club. I could also decide to just go and look at any of the other paths. Dynamic leadership, effective coaching was already done. I've already done leadership development. I can work on persuasive influence, strategic relationships, team collaborations, or visionary communication. So as you can see, there are 9, 10 different pathways that one can choose.